All right. I wanted to go over. Hi guys. I should probably say hi, shouldn't I? I wanted to go over some keybinds that I use, or some macros. Really, not really keybinds, but macros. Really basic ones that I think are really helpful to new players and maybe even players like me who've been away from the retail game for years and years and years, and come back and you're like, man, I want to be a tank. I want to be a pie tank, but maybe I'm having trouble with certain things, and I wanted to show you a few tricks that I like. A few macros that I think will be really, really helpful. And the first one I'm going to show is, let's go ahead and delete the macro and we'll recreate it. Okay, delete this. And is the interrupt macro, the rebuke. So you have a ability called rebuke, which, so I can find it real quick. Interrupt spellcasting. So I'm pretty sure this guy here is going to cast a spell on me. Another thing I want to show real quick is Chords. One of the add-ons I do use is called Chords. And you can see here that my target's casting bar is here at the top above me, my casting bar is below me, and focus pet casting bar is to the left. I'm not using those right now. So if I cast a spell, you see my casting bar. I don't like Blizzard's default casting bar. It's so tiny. I really don't like it. So this is much more useful. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to try to create a macro. And I will do it right now. We want to create a macro that, well, like, let's say I'm tanking a boss, and I know that he's got a certain spell that I want to interrupt. But let's say I'm in the middle of casting or doing an ability that has a duration, like it takes a couple seconds to get it off. We want to create a macro where I can stop that and instantly do my interrupt so that I get that interrupt in when I need to. So let's do a new macro. And we're going to do this one. And we're just going to call it interrupt. And here's the magic. It is stop casting. Stop casting. I was trying to remember what it was. It's been so long. Stop casting. Cast. Rebuke. I'm going to save that. And we're going to go here. And I'm going to go up, and I think this guy casts the spell. I think he does. So let's go ahead. Okay, now watch. We're going to assume that when he starts to cast, hopefully he will. I think he casts a spell. That when he does, I'm going to interrupt it. So, like, let's say I was doing like a heal here, and see my flash heal? There, boom. Oh, what did he do? That was weird. He started to cast it, and he stopped. Maybe because they'd stopped targeting. That was weird. Well, that kind of blew up everything I was trying to show you. But the point is, if I was casting like a flash of light here, and I immediately hit Z, you see there where it stopped the cast, and it actually did the interrupt. So that is super important that you have that stop casting in there so you can get off. Let's go ahead and tag him. Let's see if he casts again. I'm curious. See there? And there I interrupted it. He just spit in my groin. That was so gross. Fuck you. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't swear. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, so yeah, so that's one macro you definitely want to use. You want to have the stop casting for your interrupt. Another one you want to do is, let's say that I'm fighting this rotting horror, right? Who's the other one over here? Bone Chewer? Let's say I'm fighting one of these guys and I want to heal. Maybe I see my party member to my right, a rogue or something, is in big trouble and he's about to die, and the healer's not paying attention. Maybe she's focusing on healing me, and I say, you know what? I can probably save this rogue if I give him a quick flash heal. So what I could actually do is create a spell that says, let's see, macros. Let's do a new one, and we're just gonna say flash heal friend. Flash heal friend. We'll just call it flash heal party. Flash heal, not me. No, we'll call it party member. Flash heal party member. Okay, and we're gonna give it the flash heal icon. We're starting here somewhere, and we're gonna say target. We're gonna say cast flash. What is it called? Is it flash heal? Flash of light. Cast flash of light. But the most important thing is then we're going to say target last target. Now I don't have anyone here that I can actually I do. So we're going to save this. We're going to put it right here. Okay? And there is a person. Get over here. A bar now. We're going to go, there's a camp over here, I believe. So we can get an NPC that we can test this on. And all it does is we just want to heal the rogue who's dying, but we want to keep the target on the tank so that we can keep tanking. We don't want to have to keep switching targets when we're tanking. You definitely don't want to do that. Also, this is extremely important in arena. If I'm in arena and I'm playing 2-on-2, and I don't even know if there's arena in Retail WoW, to be honest, I have no idea. But let's just say it's important PvP, and it's you and a friend. And you have a target of a rogue who's trying to kill you, and your friend's really low on health. Maybe he's got a warrior on him. You want to heal him, but then you want to immediately hit the rogue. So this would work in that situation too. So let's say I've got this guy targeted, this Worgen, and I want to kill this Worgen because I don't like him. And this over here, this Worgen is my party member. Let's just make it the general goods vendor because this guy might move. So this is the enemy, and this Worgen is my party member. So I got him targeted, and I'm attacking, I'm killing. Oh my god. I really hate it that they keep talking. Let's see. Yeah, let's do these guys. Their voices aren't quite as annoying. So he's the guy I'm killing. This guy's my party member. So I go ahead and select Oliver. I heal him, but notice that Jitters is still targeted, so now I can go up and keep beating his butt. So that is super important, right? Now the same thing. I'm fighting this guy, Jitters, and he's the boss, but I want to cleanse Oliver. He's got a disease or a poison or an affliction. So I target him, and there I cleanse him, but again, you saw it retargeted Jitters. So this is another thing you want to do with your blessings of protection, with your salvations, with your cleanses, with your heals. If you're a prop pal, you want to be killing and you want to be tanking and doing your job, but you also want to help out the group. And trying to target someone and throw salvation and then retarget the tank, all that stuff, that's going to cause you a lot of problems. So these macros are invaluable to make sure that you're still targeting the right people. And I don't think, and then the same thing with like the Hand of Freedom. Let's see, we've got here, I'm doing target Holy Shield, right? So let's say I'm finding the boss and somebody else freezes me and I can't get to the boss. I'll just immediately hit the C key. And my keybind for Hand of Freedom is C. And it will cast Blessing of Freedom, but then it's going to target my last target. So, you know. Now that actually, now that I think about it, that's not good. I don't want to do that. That is bad. Get rid of that. Because usually if I'm casting Hand of Freedom on me, the person who's rooting me in place is usually the person I'm trying to hit. So let's not do that. What we do want to do is create a new one called Hand of, is it Blessing? I think they call it Blessing now, right? Because I have it macroed. I think it's called Blessing of Freedom. I still call it Hand of Freedom. I don't know what version of WoW that was, but I always liked Hand of Freedom better for some reason. So we're going to say Hand of Freedom, HOF Party. Right? We'll say HOF Party. Okay? And we're just going to say cast Blessing of Freedom, target last target. So the healer can't get to me because she's too far away and she's been rooted by a mage. I don't want to move. I'm standing here, the enemy's Jitters, and this guy on the motorcycle is the healer. I want to cast Blessing of Freedom on them, but I want to keep my target, okay? So boom. There, I've cast the Freedom on my healer. She can now move close so she can heal people, or she can move around so she can heal the party, and I still haven't lost target on my tanks, or on my boss. So again, those types of macros are really important. Now I think that's most of the macro kind of. Oh, one more. So I was looking for this the other day, and I mentioned it in one of my other videos. And it's just they couldn't be any more simplistic than this. And I apologize to people. These macros are very basic macros. But these basic macros mean the difference between, in a lot of cases, being a good tank or being a bad tank. They actually really do. So now what I want to do is I'm going to round up some people, right? Now I'm just going to hit the tab key to target someone, and I'm going to hit my mouse button 3. Now that's going to start my attack. See, I'm started my attack. Now to target someone else, all I have to do is hit tab and hit the mouse button 3. The nice part about this macro is I can just keep hitting mouse button 3, and I'm still attacking. It doesn't stop my attack, right? Let me go ahead and kill these guys before I die. Actually, looks like I am gonna die. Well, that's not very, very good, is it? I am gonna die. Oh my goodness. I guess I overestimated the strength of my character. I'm not sure where the respawn is, and she can't res me. I think it's probably pretty close. Yeah, it's right next to where I was. Anyway, so but the point here is I can hit the tab key, attack that guy, hit the tab key, hit the mouse button 3, tab key, mouse button 3, tab key, mouse button 3. Super easy for me to switch targets. You see there he was casting a spell, and you saw how easy it was for me to see that because of the Chords casting bar is right above my character's head. So when an enemy starts to cast a spell, it's super easy to see that, you know? Alright, let's go back down. We're going to drink our potion, make ourselves a little bit bigger. Okay, so those are just some of the basic stuff. Now, for that macro that I was just talking about, also I want to do one more change here. We're going to toggle the bar lock, and actually the target one, I actually want that to be even higher. Okay. All right. So, and that macro is the super most simplistic macro in the world. You can see it's down here on the left. I labeled it auto attack, and all it is start attack. The great thing about that is it will never stop attacking. If you try to like macro like attack, I think if you hit the key twice, it'll stop attack. But start attack will never. You can just spam that button as much as you want, and you will keep attacking. And it's great for just using tab to target. See, boom. Actually, let's try something. Let's target me. Let's take this guy. We're gonna hit the button to start attack. Notice how when I switch, I didn't even have to hit the button again. And there you saw his cast come, and I interrupted it. Even though it doesn't look like I did, I definitely interrupted it before he finished. And it's so easy to see because of where I put the Chords casting bar. So these are just simple things, but very, very useful. And now I want to go over one other add-on. And I'll have to fix these. There's a few other things on my screen I want to fix, but I'll fix them later. And the other add-on I use, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to use it, but it's called Tell Me When. And you can see this little Avengers shield to the right of me, you know, right here on the right side. This is a Tell Me When icon, so I do Tell Me When. And Tell Me When allows you to track all kinds of things. It allows you right-click on the icon. It allows you to track all of these different types of things. I can track cooldowns, item cooldowns, unit cooldowns. I can track reactive abilities, buffs, debuffs, loss of control, you know, diminishing returns. There's all these different types of things you can track. I typically track cooldowns a lot, spell cooldowns, right? So we've got spell cooldown, Avengers Shield, and I've got range check on, and I'm using, when the spell is not available, I have it completely hidden, okay? So click OK. We're going to say exit config mode. Notice how the icon is faded out. That's because the range check is on, so I'm not close enough to this guy to hit him, right? If I move forward, it lights up. I'm within range. As soon as I throw it, it completely disappears, right? The reason I like Tell Me When is it makes it much easier for me to track my cooldowns, because it's a lot harder when I'm dealing with a lot of mobs on the screen. Let me go ahead and kill this guy real quick. It's a lot harder when I'm dealing with a lot of mobs on my screen to always look all the way down to the bottom of my screen. I hate doing that. I really don't like that. And I've got to figure out how to get this stupid little blizzard bar off my screen. I don't want that. And then, of course, the Chords got some additional stuff. Let's see if we can fix the Chords one real quick. Chords has latency, disable that. Global cooldown, disable. Trade skill merge, disable. Mirror, we definitely don't want mirror. Timer, we don't want. That's for rogue, swing, and stuff. We don't need any of these. I'm not sure what interrupt. Sets the color the cast bar is changed to when you have the spell interrupted. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's see if I interrupt. It's going to be this color. Okay, now let's go ahead and see if we can find one of those guys that casts a spell. I'm curious to see how that works. But the Tell Me When is the spell cooldown. So a lot of times what I want to do, let's go Tell Me When. It's the skills that tend to proc off of certain abilities. Like, so if you go to my talents, right, and you can see that I've got this one here, Crusader's Judgment. What if I had picked this one? Oh, my friend's online. I'm sorry, 1 second. Oh shit. I guess tell me when it's still open. Tell me when. Alright. Yeah, that's what happened. Somehow I closed the window, but it was still available. What is this? Cursor? What is this? To anchor a group. This is a dummy cursor to help you position your icons. I don't know what this is. Get rid of it. I don't know. No. Alright. I'm gonna sneeze. Alright. Sorry about that. I don't know. I'm not sure what this is. It's annoying me. So you right click to bring the window up. So right now I've got Avenger Steel. So what I wanted to say was that you use this. Oh my god, this is annoying me. The music's annoying me. My friends messaging me that tell me when. Fucking hands annoying me. Oh my god. Alright, so you open up the screen. And we've got the hidden when it's not available. Let's say I want to add another one. So let's say I want to track. Another good one to track would be Divine Protection. So let's do a spell cooldown. You just type in the spell, Divine Protection. Find it in the list here, right? Left click, and we're good to go. We don't need a range check because I'm just casting it on me. Everything else is good. Okay. Divine Protection. Let's take a look at how this works. It's going to tell me when to get out of the config mode, right? Here we go. Plague Spreader. Okay, the shield disappeared. I throw that up, it disappeared. Now we're just going to see how long. Now you can see the cooldown down below. The reason there's these big numbers on my cooldowns is because I have Omni CC installed as an add-on. So you saw when the cooldown came back up, the shield shows up again. I use it, it disappears. So it may look like there's a lot of icons on the screen, but a lot of times they won't even be up because you're using them all the time. So I know some people won't like it. It'll annoy them. But for me, I actually find it very useful. The other thing I wanted to say was... Let's kill this guy. What I wanted to mention is what it's really good for is those abilities that are proccing. That's why I was trying to go to the talent tree. So if you go to First Avenger, it says Avenger Shield now deals 50% increased damage to the first target hit. Grand Crusader now has an additional 10% chance to occur. So Grand Crusader is when I go up to a mob, some mobs, I throw the Avenger Shield, right? So I'm going to throw the Avenger Shield. And then I'm going to use my Blessed Hammer. Well, Blessed Hammer has a chance to proc my Avenger Shield. Hasn't done it yet, and I still have a 5-second cooldown. But sometimes it'll proc my Avenger Shield, and I'll get a free Avenger Shield. And it'll be kind of glowing when it does. It works a lot better if I have a lot of people targeted. You know, the chances probably increases per target I'm hitting. So I'm going to throw my shield. Come on, proc. You can see the cast bar was up for the Fetid Breath, and I interrupted it. And of course, when you try to do a video and get to proc, it's not going to proc. Gotta love that. And it didn't proc not even once. That is so funny. Okay, we'll try to get these. Throw it. See if we can get to proc here. There, it procced. So it procs off a skill. So again, having that icon there where it just pops right back up is really great because the cooldown isn't always going to be the same. It's not always like I use the skill and I won't be able to use it again for 5 seconds every single time because of that one talent proc. I could use my shield and immediately use it again if the talent procs. That's why Tell Me When can be really nice for those types of skills, And so I usually track it just for the most important things that when they're up, I want to know they're up. So usually I don't have too many things up here. Like right now, I probably just have really Divine Protection, the shield, and that's really about it. The rest of these things, I don't really care. I mean, maybe I'd put Consecration up there just because I like to know, but it's not as important. So that's basically Tell Me When. I love that add-on. You can do a lot more with it than just track cooldowns. So take a look at it. The Chords is great for those cast bars. The Chords is way better than the built-in Blizzard cast bars. So definitely love Chords. And then that's about it. And then my macros. I hope it helps you guys. I'll let you go. Bye.